Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for our second matchup of the evening. It's going to be Winterfox in their doubleheader, this time taking on theSCII. It's going to be on Mirage this time. And once again, my name is Mega Man, and joining me is the one and only Moses. And we will be bringing you the action for ESL ESEA Pro League tonight.
Yes, and this is going to be cool. This is Mo coming back from Philadelphia, fresh off that championship victory. And we've seen, actually, that weekend was cool because I got to watch the matches of theSCII without Mo in the lineup, when we had seen maybe like 3 matches with a minute previous to that, right after he joined the team. And they're a completely different squad without Mo in the lineup. They really struggle at times to find kills, to find their way into bomb sites. Mo just has a huge impact on their success. So that's kind of scary. They're probably relieved to have him back because they started out really, really slow, and they've picked up the pace. I think they started out like 1-3, and now they've been 5-3 in their past 8. So they've climbed the rankings. They're sitting at 6th, and ever since he joined, they're giving themselves a chance to kind of try and make a bid for that top 4.
Yeah, and that's really kind of the big thing right now is with theSCII swapping around the roster, picking up Professor Chaos, picking up Mo. They've really kind of rocketed themselves into the runnings now as far as the top 4 teams are concerned in the league. So it'd be very interesting to see them actually be successful throughout the season and make that land, because there's so many teams that are in the running right now. Anybody in the top 6 can make it, and it's just a matter of where the chips fall as they progress through the season. Because, I mean, you've got the likes of Cloud9 and Liquid and CLG all vying for the spot as the top North American team. But then there's this what if. There's this big question mark behind that as to who is going to be the number 4 seed going in there, because we all kind of expect those 3 teams to make it to the LAN. It's really who's going to be the number 4 team.
Yeah, that's going to be highly contested as the season comes down. So that will be, these guys are putting themselves in a good spot to be in that kind of a situation. But here's the big danger: is they can't just rely on Mo to be this player that, they can't rely on him to carry them to the 4th seed. That just doesn't work, even at the top, the weaker scene in North America compared to Europe. But you still can't just rely on one superstar to carry you to that 4th spot. At some point, someone else is going to have to step up, because Mo's going to have bad games. He's going to get outplayed at times. And he can't be their only player who's having a massive impact. Now, we did see them the other night against CLG make a massive comeback on this map. They got crushed on CLG's Their T side. They went down 1-14. They switched over to CT side and brought it back. Ended up losing 16-14, and that was actually, that wasn't theSCII.
That was Follow eSports.
Yeah, that
2
was
days
Follow
ago.
eSports. I get these teams. I get them mixed up. But theSCII's actually had some good matches on Mirage. Their last one, they actually beat this team on Mirage in overtime. They lost on other maps, but they had a good T side. They won 11 rounds on their T side on this map.
Yeah, and not to mention the matchup that you were actually thinking of was on Overpass, where CLG lost to theSCII last week, which, again, was a hell of a matchup. It ended up being, I think, 16-13 in favor of theSCII, but that was another dominant performance from not just Mo, but other players that were also enabled to pick up the pace and lock it down for the theSCII side to get that W. So we'll see how they come into this matchup. Obviously, this is an op-friendly map. We're going to see probably that XP3 versus Mo matchup, and with XP3 still playing over there from the European side, how is it going to affect his ability to play that pickoff game?
Well, the scary part is for Winterfox, the 2 players they have picking up the op in the last match that we just saw was Devilwalk and Pit, and they both have 130 ping. So Mo might just be able to have a field day on these guys. He's going to have that lower ping, and with that op, he's a very aggressive opper too. He's not a passive opper, so he'll take fights. He'll come up A ramp and he'll try and fight it. He'll aggressively peek onto rifles. He's not a guy who's just going to sit and hold an angle and wait for someone to come into it. So it's a little bit. It's going to be a little bit scary for these oppers on Winterfox. If they can't stop him from doing anything, if the riflers can't hold him back early on, he's going to have free reign.
We'll see how much rain they give him. I expect to see at least Winterfox pick up the pace if they get on the CT side. I expect to see them go aggressive on those mid pushes. I expect to see a lot of aggression out of them so that ping difference doesn't make too much of a difference for them as the going gets rough. So I expect to see that pace change.
We saw that the other night when Winterfox played Complexity on this map, and they won that, which was very, very surprising. And it came with a lot of mid control. It came with some really, really well-timed mid pushes, aggression up mid, and they just slaughtered the offense. So I would expect this map to be pretty heavily CT-sided tonight.
I agree. I definitely agree. And it looks like we're just waiting for XP3 to jump in. There he is. Okay. right on cue, and we should be getting into the knife round here very, very shortly to get this one started. So definitely interested to see how this one is going to pan out. Are we going to see the double up setup? Because Arya, obviously a capable upper in his own right. Mo going to be their primary. Arya's rifles have been pretty solid, but it seems like they do favor that double up setup with those two players on the team, and that can kind of be a, kind of a surprise thing to throw out a couple of rounds on the CT side, as well as could be a little bit of a hindrance too.
Yeah, well, that's going to be the issue. Are they going to be able to afford a double op setup repeatedly? Are they going to make enough money? We saw as well just on Overpass against Luminosity, Winterfox. They couldn't have any success without a decent economy. They didn't even get around until the 5th round, and then once they started building up that bank, they just won out from there. And that's the big thing. You have to be able to stabilize that economy. You have to be able to afford everything you want, and not only the ops, but it's also the smokes, the Molotovs onto these choke points. It's all huge, and it comes down to a lot on that really, really impactful CT economy.
All right, so again, we're going to be seeing Winterfox start on the CT side. Dualies in the hands of Pitt. 2 guns are better than 1. We'll see whether or not he can get any tender picks with those, but it's going to be 2 raid boss buys here for the 3 sub side. You can see Tech 9 armor on both Abe and Professor Chaos, and it looks like it's just going to be a standard old brawl in the A bomb site for the first round, and Pitt playing behind this smoke. This is going to be scary. And he picks up 2, so there it is. The Tinder headshots come out. Arya is going to pick up the dualies and see if he can't push through the smoke and find something, but he's going to get nothing. Lex is right behind that and shuts that down. It's going to be on Jason R. all in a matter of seconds, and Lex picks up the 3K in the pistol round, and he continues on where he left off in the last matchup, which is massive if Winterfox want to be able to take this in a strong CT side.
Right, and it's all Pitt. Just getting those first 2 kills of those dualies, just sitting behind that smoke, just sprays one down. He gets a lucky headshot through the smoke on a player he couldn't even see. He just started spamming. But those 2 kills were huge. It stalls out that attack. It means they couldn't even take the bomb site, because the plan was to have players get aggressive and jump over the stairs in the smoke and push towards connector, and they were forced into some awkward plays because they were at such a man disadvantage. Now there's no investment into this round from 3 sub. They upgraded some pistols, and Lex gets dinked back, so he's got to play a little bit more passively with this M4, but there's no armor on the 3 sub side.
They are going to be able to get at least sight control onto the A bomb site. It's going to be Pitt to shut one down. That Deagle rains out from the balcony and finds Pitt. The mission has been accomplished. They've gotten the bomb planted, and with hardly any investment into this round, that's massive going into the 3rd round. They're going to have a pretty healthy buy here.
Yes, and I would fully expect them to buy up. The only reason they wouldn't is if they want to have that AWP for Mo in the 4th round. That's the only thing they can't afford at the moment. So there's no reason not to, though, because they invested they invested in nothing. You're right, it was just smokes, there was no armor, so we are going to see the buy-up. Mo grabs the AK-47, 2 Galils on the board so far, but this is going to be a pretty healthy buy, and it's going to be all up to what's Pitt going to be able to afford. They have 2 Famuses over there, and they're not going to keep the SMGs, they're going to upgrade. So they want to stabilize, and they want to win right now, and they want to crush the economy of 3-step early on in this half.
And kind of the big thing about that, too, the reason that there's 2 Galils is that they didn't actually get the bomb plant in the pistol round, so getting that plant in that 2nd round was massive for them. And you can actually see Pitt's going to be playing relatively aggressive up on top of the balcony, just waiting for anybody to poke their head through that smoke in A halls. It's not going to happen just yet. You do see a smoke coming around the corner. That's going to land right there. And actually the push comes out. They don't spot Pitt. He's just going to bide his time and stand up here. He knows that one already dropped out. That's going to be Jason R. But since they didn't clear here, they probably aren't going to check it. He's just going to sit underneath of the balcony now.
Oh, they check it. Yeah, they check it late, though. Arya, that's got to make Pitt angry that all of his teammats walk by, but Arya was the one to do it. Now, one member lurking in mid, he gets spotted out, but Lex gets crunched in connector.
Yeah, XP3's already in apartments behind him.
Yeah, it's a big flank coming in, but it's not even going to matter right now at the moment until he finally peeks out, grabs Jason R. His 2 teammates bought him some time on it, and they've brought this from a 3-on-5 into a 3-on-2.
Yeah, and that's a huge exchange right there. And Professor Chaos on only 7 HP. There's not a whole lot that the terrorist side can do here unless Professor Chaos can actually get some really sick headshots, but he's going to get smoked off over there by the stairs side. Only peek really available to him is to peek up the stairs and try to look for XP3 over there in the palace, but he's not even going to really have the opportunity to do that. He does take a quick shoulder peek. He's not going to find anything, so he falls back, and still Flowstick over here by Firebox is being a nuisance. And he's going to go ahead and find him. Looking for the second one, he jumps right up on top, and he gets taken down. That prompts XP3 to peek. Nice bait and switch there in the apartment hallways. And that is going to be Winterfox taking that first gun round, and that's a big first gun round to take, because they might get up to about 4 or 5 rounds early on in this first half.
That's a tough round to lose if you're 3-sep. They had so much success initially entering that bomb site. They got the kills, and they had members advance so much towards connector, towards jungle. They had control of everything, and those 2 kills from Pit bring them right back into the round. And with XP3 flanking, just all their players were too far away to even recover the bomb. And now XP3's got that AWP, finds the first pick and out in the mid, and he's just going to survive. He grabs an angle, but there's Lex and connector. He sprays 2 down. XP3 gets another one. Lex eventually falls, but they only lose 1. That's a nice anti-eco round from Winterfox, and no bomb plant this time for 3-sep.
Yeah, so if they go for the buy again this round, it's going to be, well, there it is, a naked off from Mo. He's not even going to have armor, can't even afford any nades either, so he has no utility. The rest of them have a really solid buy behind this, but it's really going to come down to what can Mo find early in the round. Is he going to get aim punched to death because of the lack of armor? Is he going to be able to find that pick into the A-bomb site, which actually doesn't look like that's where he's going. He's going to be going over towards mid. XP3 is going to be here in window room. He's just going to be looking for a shot, and there it is. Flowsick gets aggressive. He almost doubles him, but the aim punch is too much. Lex takes him down, so that's the 1-for-1 trade early on in this round.
Yeah, aggressively peaked. It was a stack. It was a vertical stack. Lex up on top. But Jason R, he knows that the A defense is going to be a little bit spread thin, so he peeks up A ramp, finds a nice kill onto Pit. Now this defense is all centralized and no one can support each other. Lex is in connector, but he can't really do anything. He's stuck here. He's just got to take these battles and hope to win them. He misses his initial spray, and then Abe's going to find him, so a 4-on-2. But Anger, he's pushing up on Catwalk, grabs one, can't switch over to the second one. Only XP3 is left. He's with the AWP out behind phone booth. He's going to find nothing.
Yeah, Jason R actually had a golden opportunity to catch the side of him coming up from the A ramp towards ticket booth, but he doesn't actually pop the shot, and fortunately for XP3, he's going to be able to survive a little while longer, but that bomb moving in towards the B bomb site, nothing XP3 can really do here.
Ticket booth. Ticket booth. I just called it a phone booth.
It's close enough. I'm sure that most ticket booths have a phone in them.
Same shape.
It is the same shape. I'm looking right now to see if there's a phone in there, and there actually isn't, so you're way off base.
Yep, my apologies, but XP3 is going to be able to save that AWP over in these A halls, and he's going to be able to stall this timeout. There's plenty of money on the Winterfox side for them to be able to buy. But actually, not plenty. Flowsick and Lex are actually pretty low, but XP3 will be able to drop one over. Anger might be able to drop a Fama so they can have enough rifles. But this is going to be a situation where they're going to want to reset this economy immediately, so they're going to buy up in this next round no matter what.
XP3 is in a situation right now where he must survive. This next round buy is pretty much dependent on his survival right now. If he's able to survive and drop a rifle and have that extra AWP for them, that's massive for this next round. So he is going to get away with this one. He does have the kit and the armor as well to boot, so he should be able to just drop over to a teammate one of those rifles, and there it is. That's the M4 right on over. He's got 1,300 left for a full nade set if he wants to go for it, but there it is. He picks up a Molotov, a smoke, and a flashbang. The rest of them are going to be buying up around this, and it's going to be Flowsick with a small armor FAMAS to try to do something this round. But again, this is like the do-or-die round right now for Winterfox early in this first half. If they lose this, 3-sep is right back into this, and it looks like it's just going to be a standard execute onto the A bomb site. And if they go now, there's only Pit over here to defend on top of balcony. So this is a very, very dangerous setup that they've got here on the CT side.
Yeah, relying a lot on Pit to do some work early on in these executes. They want some mid control, so they spot nothing out there. Now they can rotate back, and there's Pit.
Man.
He's just going to head into the smoke and eliminate Jason R. Not expecting that whatsoever. Now all 4 members coming up this ramp. Lex is going to grab the first one. No response quite yet for 3-sep. They're getting stalled out. Completely blind coming up the ramp, and they're forced right back into it.
Yeah, and this is the big thing, is Lex just holding so well over here. Pit gets caught underneath the balcony. Lex finally goes down to Mo, so we're on a 2v3, but still not terribly difficult here for the CTs to shut this down, since they know that both of the players are over here, and they're going to take these peeks. But Flowsick goes down. There's the trade. Anger instantaneously just peeks out and trades that one, so good job from him. And it's going to be Mo versus XP3, and XP3 is going to win that battle, so there's the reset that you were talking about.
Yeah, really, really well done from Winterfox winning out that round. And it was just that first kill from Pit. All of a sudden, they didn't have to worry about any pressure from Halls. Everyone could just concentrate, lob all their grenades, all their flashbangs, you know, over the Tetris, over mountain boxes, and just blind everyone coming up that ramp. So really well done. That forces 3-sep immediately onto a save, and that's a good stabilization early on in this defensive half.
So Winterfox looking for that 6th round on the board here. We'll see whether or not they can get it. They do throw the smoke over into window room at the beginning of the round, so that's going to cordon off one. And Lex actually takes a tremendous amount of nade damage, but the return nade is even better onto those terrorists that are encroaching on his position. Flowsick from Cat's going to be able to find 1 and 2. Looking for a third pushing through. That's going to be Abe, but Pit's going to steal one away. Abe actually does take down Flowsick, so that Tech 9 doing a little bit of work this round. They're trying to push into B, but it's going to be Anger right around this pole to shut down one. It's going to be Lex from Cat and Anger from B to shut down the push. So 6-1 now. Winterfox Doing a great job in the economical game right now.
Right, and ever since they gave up that second round plant, there's been no more, except for the one round that 3-step won, so they're doing a good job of preventing the plant, so it's only the bonus money going the way, the losing bonus going the way of 3-step. Mo can't have an AWP. That's a crucial piece of information that they've prevented. If they'd been able to get a plant there, Mo would have been, he could have afforded one, or someone on his team could have, so that's a good way to stall this out. Now 3 members heading over towards the B bomb site. It's going to be aggression off catwalk from Flowsick and Anger. And there is a little bit of mid-presence from 3-step, so there's going to be a battle here. Pop Flash goes up. Lex is going to be in connector to bail him out as well.
Yeah, a lot of mid-presence here for them, but there's the push out from Underpass, and it's going to be Abe to try to take that battle. And Lex is going to win the first one and falls back intelligently, but Professor Chaos catches him before he can get around the corner. Anger is actually taking a lot of damage, but look at XP3. He's actually aggressive through B halls, down in Underpass as well. They might not be ready for him to pop out in mid, and this could really, really put a kink in the think here for the terrorist side. And there's the peek, and there's the kill. Yeah,
especially because they were falling back. They had no cover whatsoever, so that op just gets free reign. Now, one member's lurked up towards Mountain Box. Anger hasn't spotted him quite yet. Anger is so incredibly low. Pit's over in Closet. He's got to be aware of this. He's got to look up at some point, but he might just get cleaned out. He actually hears one jump over him, but he can't react fast enough, so there goes Pit. All of a sudden, this defense is looking a little bit shaky. Anger with only 16 HP has got to wait for XP3 to get over here through jungle. He crawls through the Myrtle. He's going to throw out a Molotov as well. There's one in the open, and he's not ready for it. Stuck with the nade, but there's Anger. He pounces at the right moment.
Bomb pushed into CT spawn as well, so that's a little bit of a mistake there from the 3-sub side, not going for the plant and trying to bait that last player out. But they do end up winning the round, and they get the AWP out of it as well, so that's huge for them. But it comes down to a 1v1, so it doesn't really benefit their economy too terribly much.
Well, what benefits the economy is they've done enough damage to the economy of Winterfox that they can't buy. So this is a round where 3-sub, if they don't take too many losses, they can really build things up. Professor Chaos, even on a buy, is stuck onto a Tech 9.
Yeah, so both sides in dire straits right now, but it's going to be Lex with this scout to try to fund something in mid. Nothing is going to be over there, and this is going to be a big play towards the B-bomb site, it looks like, from the terrorist side. As you can already see, Mo making his way back over towards terrorist spawn, as well as his teammate. But this push from XP3 might be able to net them a kill early on in the round. And you can find Arya falling back, but Arya is privy to it, takes him down, and he spots the second player over there. But he's down to 23 HP. Deagles from Pit, finding a lot of damage here, and it's going to be Mo to try to defend him, but he takes the peek anyway and falls. Kind of risky play there.
Done a lot of damage, though. Pit's down to 2 HP, so he's essentially useless unless he finds some kind of a miraculous 1-dig shot. But the big thing is, with a minute left in the round, Winterfox has no read now on where 3-sub is going, so they've got to find some way to rotate into position, and they are. They're actually convening in the right spot. Flowsick's going to be in the ladder room. They're going to come right towards him. Anger gets smoked off, so Flowsick might have a big job to do, but he's going to get mollied back. He can't peek, so basically it's a free avenue into the B-bomb site for 3-sub.
Well, 2 of them get by. There's still another one in the top side of mid. That's Mo with the AWP, but he's going to be able to find Anger. But they're not ready for this flank. Well, never mind. Yes, they are. Jason Art, savvy to that position. He's going to be able to take down Flowsick, so that is going to be that bomb site yielded flashbang up over the top. Mo misses the shot. It's on Lex to try to find this scout shot, but it's actually Pit that takes him down. And there's another nice shot from Lex, so they're making it at least expensive at this point. They're not going to win the round, but Lex doing the work necessary here with this scout to force those rebuys, and if they can keep that AWP out of the hands of the terrorist side, that's going to be massive in the next round.
Right, if Lex peeks this connector, finds Jason R with a nice shot, he could prevent it, but he's not looking the right way. Jason R is just going to tap away, salvage the AWP, but still, that's something that 3-sub did not want to happen. That was a good chance for them to build up the bank. They forced 3 rebuys or 3 drops out of the situation, so really well done from Winterfox in their eco round. Now they're going to buy up, they're going to switch into a double AWP setup. XP3's got one, Pit's got one as well. XP3 is a glass cannon. They've got FAMAS's behind it, though. That's the scary part, is those rifles are not that strong, and 0 kits across the board. Actually, 1 Lex just picks up now.
Yeah, so again, this is kind of a do-or-die round for both sides. Can Winterfox reset that economy again? And they had a golden opportunity, but Mo just pushes right on through, no fear, takes down Lex in that A-bomb site, and that really kind of opens things up. That's going to force the rotation from Anger, that bomb in mid. It could go any direction that it wants to right now. Flowstick's still on cap, but he's going to get flashed back into the ladder room. Jason R is going to capitalize on that double AWP setup and Pit's ping disadvantage. Flowstick throwing a little bit of a flub flash grenade, and Professor Chaos is going to take that peek. He intelligently falls back, but Mo, again, wreaking havoc with this AWP over in the same bomb site.
Anger back at the ticket booth one more time. He's about to get smoked out, though, so he can't really do anything, especially with their teammates. They spot him jump up, and they trade him off. That's what I'm talking about, Mo being the aggressive operator, just coming up A-ramp, no respect. knowing he has just a small time limit before smoke plumes to find a shot into that A site. He picks off Lex, and from there the rotations are just so difficult, especially with two ops, because Pitt was in connector with the op, XP3 was in window room. They're the first two to rotate over, and it's so hard to get into a good position. It's almost like you're retaking the A bomb site to find a good spot, and once they already spotted Mo out on the mountain boxes, XP3 just couldn't find a shot whatsoever.
Now, you might not agree with my comparison on this, but Mo, as far as North American operas are concerned, reminds me a lot of the European op style of JW, where it's just that no-fear play, pushing constantly, doesn't really care what kind of angle he holds because he's confident that he's going to hit that shot, and that's exactly what he did in the last round, and it netted him 2 kills and the round win for his team.
Well, you were right. I'm not going to agree with you, but
that's fine.
We'll move on from there. Anger, they do get 2 kills in this round, but not enough. Anger falls there at the end, so it is going to be another round goes the way of 3-Step. They've now got themselves up towards 5.
Yeah, and that's already starting to build on a big first half here for the Terrace side, because obviously, like you said, you expected to see big CT side performances, and for Winterfox, it's just not happening right now. 3-Step getting themselves back into that money game and able to break the bank again for Winterfox, forcing that save once more. Just completely detrimental for them.
Pushing up into B halls very, very quickly. This time Mo switches things up. He was at A last time. That time he goes to try and grab the jump, but he gets smoked off immediately. The bomb is over in these B halls, and the defense very spread out at the moment. They've had an emphasis on mid control. They've been very aggressive with it throughout this half, but this is key to note because there's a minute and 20 seconds left in the round, and there's no smokes on the CT side left. They have used everything. The only thing they have to delay any kind of a choke point push is Flowsick with that Molotov, but there's Mo. Finds that pick onto Anger. Tries to make a play. Mo eliminates him, and now the B hit is a little bit on. It's just 2 players probing into this. Professor Chaos and Mo, and they spot one over towards Catwalk, sprays him down. That's Flowsick who falls. One more over towards Bench and Jail. And Professor Chaos just toying with them at the moment, but neither of them have found each other, and there it is. Professor Chaos out-duels XP3. Good movement, all down to just one player. That's Pitt. Nothing for him to do here.
Yeah, Arya, nice shot from the catwalk, takes him down, and it's going to be another save for Winterfox. It's going to be 3-Step possibly taking control of this map in the very beginning of this first half. I mean, 14th round coming out, not really the beginning, but late in the first half. 14th round coming at you guys, and it's really an opportunity for 13th round. Jesus Christ, man. Math is so hard tonight. I can't even read. It should be 7-6. I'm shutting up now.
Oh, man.
I'm having a rough time tonight.
You are having a really difficult time with it. But it is going to be a little bit of a force-up. So Pistols and Arbor, there's Mo. Nice support. Flowsick had an angle on one of his teammates, but Mo eliminates him before anything can come from it. And there's Abe. Adds in down to XP3. So all of a sudden, this defense looks so good in the first half of this half, first quarter of this match. And now they're just crumbling. Pitt does get one onto Abe. It's going to be a 3-on-4 situation.
Oh, nice taps from Pitt. He actually finds Arya to even things back up onto a 3v3, but there's the peek in window room. Pitt extending a little bit further than he should have there. Mo's going to be able to capitalize on that little bit of an error, and it's going to leave Lex with 11 HP, Anger with just a 5-7. So tough spot here for Winterfox to be in, but so far it's been a pretty solid eco round.
Yeah, they have they've done some good job on their eco rounds, doing some damage to 3-Step. The issue is now Lex, he's going to get pushed out. He's going to walk out into the open, try and get under the balcony. Now he hears the footsteps, but he had to hit that shot. Just too difficult. Mo comes streaming out with the Tech 9, drops him. Free plant in a day, but they've done good damage on their eco rounds. They haven't been able to win any of the gun rounds that follow it. So they're actually, I mean, now Mo's economy has bloomed, but for the first few rounds that were won by 3-Step, they kept the economy in check. Just without able to actually win out any of those rounds, they're stalling out. So 3-Step has 7 rounds now.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, that's a very, very strong terrorist side half. So if they're able to continue to capitalize and keep that money down for the last 2 rounds of this one, then that's just going to be extremely difficult for the CT side of Winterfox to recover from.
Well, here's the thing. The last time these two teams played each other on Mirage, it was an overtime win for 3-Step, but they won 11 of their 15 rounds on the T sides in regulation. So that's they historically have a good T side against Winterfox, but conversely, because they forced overtime, Winterfox has an equally good T side.
Yeah, and we'll just see how that is. Mo watching for this peek on Cat Flowsick, just biding his time behind the boxes. It's XP3 that's going to take the peek, actually spots the shoulder, goes for the re-peek, and Mo capitalizes, so they actually both spotted each other. And again, that's going to be the early pick going the way of the 3-Sub side, and not looking good for Winterfox in this round. Again, it's a bye round, and they're already on the back foot.
Here comes the execute. Lex has got to come up huge, waiting for players to stream out of the smoke on balcony. It's only one that's there. 3 members just slowly walking up the A ramp, waiting for anyone to peek into the site. There it is. Pit tries to peek. Lex grabs Jason R, but now they know exactly where both players are. And 3-sup, they're going to get stalled out as the rotation from Anger comes in, and finally Mo finds Pit. So they open things up just a little bit, but they're not safe. 2 members over towards stairs. That's Flowsick and Anger. They grab one. Now Anger's stuck in the open, and Arya's going to win that battle. Nice patient take from 3-sup.
Yeah, I mean, they let that balcony player do exactly what he needed to do, just distract, while the rest of them just kind of walked up into the site for that execution. That was a beautiful play from 3-sup, and winning all of the trade battles. Mo just annihilating that player in the back. I think it was Pitt that was back behind triple boxes, actually spammed him in the face, made him do about 3 cartwheels down into CT spawn. So nice shot there from Mo. And again, he's kind of come online because he started off this match 0-4. He's currently sitting at 12-9, so he's definitely picked up well. Make that 13-9. Nice shot on the XP3. Just rips him off the map. Deleted.
This is nice work. Mo's finding him so many good advantages in these rounds, and he legs another one. That's Flowsick on catwalk. He's been brought down so low. And finally, he grabs it through the smoke, just spamming that Tech 9 long range. Both Winterfox members stuck in the A bomb site because this defense has collapsed so quickly. They can't even rotate in the proper position. So now 3-sup knows exactly where Anger is. If they spot Pit as well, this is just going to force a B hit.
Yeah, and again, there it is. There's the trade. Pitt going aggressive into connector, finds Arya, but Abe is right there to back his teammate up, and the last man standing is going to be Anger over here on catwalk, trying to find some spam through that smoke, but he can't do it just yet. And that bomb is actually rotating back out through the B halls. Well, it was, but Jason R, he's not in. He's a little impatient right there. He's going to find Anger anyhow. 9-6, though. 3-sup win their terrorist side and switch over to the CT side. Now it's going to be all about how they lay it down in this pistol round.
They're going to have a very, very good start to this T half. This is very similar to the half that they just, or the match they just had against Luminosity in terms of Winterfox, where they went, I mean, Luminosity had a great start to the match on Overpass, just like Winterfox had a great start to this match on Mirage, and then it just crumbled from there. So Winterfox, they haven't been able to get anything going recently, and they're going to have to start things out hot again. They're going to have to stabilize that economy early on once again on the T side. They're going to have to prevent Mo from getting it hot, because once he could keep rebuying it and they kept saving it for him, we saw how much damage he could do when he kept, revving up round to round. He was just a beast by the end of the match.
And I actually saw a couple of people in chat real quick that were saying it's Pith, not Pitt. We actually talked to him previously, and he told us that that's how he says his name, so that's what we're going with.
It's that Swedish language.
It is. It's just like, what was it? Kyer B?
Or,
yeah, how you say his name? Or Hooten?
Yeah, that one threw me off for quite some time.
That one was weird. How does he, what is it, phonetically it's spelled something completely different. Look at this aggression towards A ramp though. 3-sup already pushing down Jason R and Mo. Huge map control for them, and it's going to be a B push coming out from the terrorist side. It's going to be Arya to try to lock this down. He's only got a handful of bullets, and he just gets swarmed on. There's the return nade though, PC. Gonna find Lex, so that's a nice little trade over there in that B bomb site, and he's just shoulder peeking with this USP. You can't really find anything. It's going to be XP3 over here to try to shut this one down. And oh, Pitt just runs right into that headshot. Nothing he can do. And XP3's under heavy danger. But Anger coming around from the backside is able to clean up one as well as XP3 on a Mo. And it's just going to be down to Jason R to try to recover this in a 3 versus 1.
He's not going to be able to do anything. Now he's just going to fall back. Can't run through that choke point. Just going to save the armor moving forward. Nice play by Anger. Has a little bit of a very small flank that goes on. Once they start executing out of the market doorway, he jumps through the window and comes behind him just to ensure that that attack is eliminated. Arya's got to be a little bit upset with himself, but because he had a couple kills lined up as they were running through the Molotov in those B halls, he just couldn't land the right shots, and he ran out of ammo eventually before getting swarmed. So a simple B rush from Winterfox yields them the second half pistol, and that's both pistols now won by Winterfox as well.
Skitten. That was what it was. Skitten was pronounced Hooten.
It's S-K-Y-T-T-E-N or something like that.
Yeah. Sorry, that was driving me nuts. I saw somebody in chat say it, so thank you for that, chat. You're beautiful this evening. But back to the action, Winterfox pick up that second half pistol round, like you said, but once they got into the gun rounds, they were so on the back foot the entire time. I mean, once that economy got broken, and it was kind of in shambles the entirety of that half. They only had the ops twice, I think, the entire half. Double up set up once. XP3 only picked it up twice, and it's just going to be another fast strat towards the B-bomb site, and you can see Arya is actually going to pick off Lex early, but he gets traded out immediately afterwards. They do have 2 more CTs over here to try to hold this down, but Jason R was so low early in the round, and Professor Chaos playing from Get Right gets snuffed out real quick.
Right, the defense there had a nice crossfire setup, actually gets the jump on him, but just they can't land the shots with only pistols. It's just those MAC-10s coming out of the window, flying. They also know exactly where Mo was. They spotted him on Catwalk earlier. There's no chance for him to escape. He's just got to hope they don't clear this corner, but he's not going to get that lucky. Flosick just jumping MAC-10s him with a little bit of a drive-by.
Yeah, not bad there from Winterfox. I mean, obviously, they capitalize as much as they possibly can as far as the economic game is concerned, and they're going to stay on an MP7 this round, do a little bit more farming. Khalil's going to go into the hands of Lex over here in terrorist spawn, so they are going to have 4 rifles, but that SMG to boot, and it's on the back of XP3, who's kind of been neutralized throughout this matchup. He's only sitting at 8 and 8. He's at the bottom for his team, and that's a little bit of a struggle there for Winterfox, because on a map that's as AWP-friendly as this, you definitely want your AWPer to be performing.
Winterfox with a heavy B lead in these first 3 rounds. It was the Pisteron, the anti-eco, and now a second anti-eco. They're sending heavy forces over here, and it's just Professor Chaos playing in the bomb site, trying to, find an angle around this pillar. But as this execute comes in, he's going to swing out. He's going to grab one. He might be able to grab a second one as well, and there's Jason R. Oh, this is a disaster for Winterfoxes so far, although XP3 in the halls. He cleans up 1 kill on the flank, and Pitt's just got to wait for his teammate to get out, but he's getting rushed from all sides, and this is very scary. Abe, what a shot. Into jail. XP3 is the last one left, and he grabs 2, but he can't get the 3rd. Jason R's going to clean it up. What a beautiful swarming anti-eco, or a eco win for 3-Sup as they retake that bomb site very quickly.
Yeah, how often do you see CTs win an eco round with standard pistols? That was insane. Absolutely insane. That was 4 USP kills in a P2000. That was nuts. And Professor Chaos, I mean, he just played that so intelligently. He bides his time in the site, pushes around while his teammates got him distracted, and just catches 2 of them completely off guard, gets the side of their heads, and pops them like balloons.
Well, it was also just the rotations were so nice. So, like, no one was slowed down. They just went full running over to the bomb site because there was only Professor Chaos in there originally. He had to get 2 kills or else they had no chance. So now they buy up in this round. Mo's got the AWP. That's going to be scary for Winterfoxes in this round. And they're just lined up for a straight-up A execute.
Mo is going to get smoked off, though, over here by stairs, so he's looking for anything and everything that he can over there by Palace, but there's the smoke wall. He's going to get completely cut off from the rest of his teammates, as well as that flash coming in, so it's really going to be on Arya. What can he do from the CT spawn ticket booth area? But he's going to get flushed back into that Molotov. Doesn't really take much damage as it was fading, but Flosick chimes in with the first one. Actually gets a second with that M4 that he stole, but it's going to be Mo from CT try and answer back, but he can't do it. It's going to be Pitt now, dropping 2 more over there by CT spawn, and now it's all up to Professor Chaos. He can't hit the off shot. He's going to get pushed from the apartment halls. He actually got dinked through the wall, but now it's going to be Flosick coming around the corner. Takes him down, so a solid round from Winterfox on a fast A take. They switch up the pace.
That defense, that smoke wall just ruined everything. Arya got a little bit too aggressive over towards ticket booth, tries to come into the bomb site before his teammates on the retake are ready for it, but really that's won by Flosick. Coming up connector, getting those 2 kills, that just crippled any opportunity that 3-Sup had to get back into the round. And also, you can see this is going to be a recurring theme in this half. If Winterfox is going to have success, they isolate Mo with the op there. He's stuck behind his smoke. He couldn't have any impact on the round, and I talked about how much of an impact, how important he is to the success of 3-Sup. If he's going to be locked out like that in the future, they're going to have a tough time.
Yeah, very much so, and you can see already on this eco round they're having a rough go of it. They did upgrade some pistols this time. Maybe they should have stuck to the P2000s and USPs. They had better luck the last time, but this should be a 10-10 scoreline. Winterfox should be able to equalize things here as Mo's still holding in the window room. He actually spots Anger up there on Catwalk, but Flosick's coming around from underpass. He shouldn't be able to get out of this one. Jumping out through the window, though. Ooh, Jason R. should be able to get Lex down, and he does. So that's a nice little find there in the B-bomb site. But again, it's coming down to that 2 versus 1, and Mo holding from jungle with just a 5-7. He's going to get swarmed here. Flosick coming around the corner. He can't land the shot. And now Jason R. just to try to hold on to this AK for the next round.
That would be some icing on the cake, wouldn't it? But they're going to be on the hunt. They know they're going to have some money built up after this round win. They don't want him to save that gun, so they're already chasing him down, and Anger's already right behind him. Very quickly going to enter these B halls. Jason Hart's going to flash himself out. Now they definitely know exactly where he is. He's got one coming underpass as well, so he's actually going to catch Flosick. Not prepared for that one. No reactions from him, and he's going to get a second one onto Anger. This is nicely done, and now it's just simply too expensive for them to chase him down. Pitt's going to go for it anyways, but they're losing far too many weapons just for this one gun.
There you go. Pitt does manage to find him that inadvertent shoulder peek over there. Pulls the trigger a little bit early, and Winterfox is going to be able to capitalize. So Pitt finishes that one off. Pitt's actually 21-16 right now. I don't know if you noticed that, but he is fragging out right now on Mirage. Had a little bit of a struggle bust there on Overpass earlier, but this time he's going to be able to lock it down at that A-bomb site in the CT half, and he's come alive here in the terrorist side as well. So kudos to him playing with 120 ping, but making it happen. 140 ping, pardon me. Don't want to, give him too much credit now.
Abe is going to play close up towards A ramp at the moment. He's going to get tucked into this corner right next to the smoke, and it's going to be another A execute from Winterfox. It worked beautifully last time. Him and Arya are just going to combine to try and set up this defense. They're both playing on or underneath the balcony, and there's Abe with the first kill. Now they're both stuck underneath, but there's no one in Palace to molly out balcony. So Abe's going to get aggressive. He's going to find another kill into Flosic, who's not ready for that peek. And there's Mo, finally comes into play. The gap caused by his teammates kills Abe. What a nice round he's having so far. And he gets another one. 4 kills for Abe. Beautifully done. They upgrade some FAMASs into AK-47s, but Abe buys so much time for the teammates. That hit goes nowhere.
That was massive. That was a huge hold in the A-bomb site, and it was pretty much all on the back of Abe, who, up until this point, he's kind of been struggling a little bit. Now he's going to be up there with the frag total of Mo, right behind Jason R at 16, but again, because the last couple of rounds had been so close, Winterfox was so low on money, and getting that round traded out right there, even after they won 2, because in the last couple of rounds, let me see, it came down to 2 players and 3 players that they had to drop rifles, and now they're broke. So they're going to be on the save, and now it's a good opportunity for 3-Sup to do a little bit of farming here and try to bolster their economy some.
Yeah, Mo boosted over, or not boosted, but jumped up on the box up here over the smoke. He's going to get a little bit blind, but no pressure into it. They're actually going to boost into the window room, but no one from 3-Sup is spotting this. So actually, that's a little bit scary. XP3's got a good flank. This is just an eco, but he can do some damage with his P250. He's going to round the corner. He's going to see no defense. Now he knows there's 2 in the connector. He sees it from his teammate. And look at XP3 biding his time, and there it is. He misses the first couple shots. Grabs Mo, grabs a second one as well. Nice shots from XP3. Opens things up, but the defense maintains with Jason R on catwalk peeking out. Grabs 1 kill. Down to a 3-on-3.
Look at this, XP3 actually coming around from CT. He's going to find Arya loses the battle, but nevertheless, his teammate, actually, that was Professor Chaos, that was going on that little bit of a flank to outflank the flanker, and not able to lock that one down. So they do manage to find him, but he does a little bit of damage there onto Arya. He's down to 13 HP, so this is definitely doable here for the terrorist side, but Lex is going to get caught. Jason R finds him, and now it's down to Anger with 10 HP, and there's no chance that he should be able to win this round, and he can't.
A little bit unlucky for Lex with that AWP. He was watching out towards catwalk and connector for some time. Just the timing of it, as soon as he looks away, the peak comes in. So he falls, not able to do any more damage, but a pretty nice eco round. Could have almost turned into something there. So very nice boost by XP3 into the window, and a little bit of a misstep by 3-Sup to not have anyone paying attention to it whatsoever. But this is a crucial round now for Winterfox. If they lose this, they're going to be back onto an eco for another round, and that might just give 3-Sup too much of a handle on the match to come back from.
Abe posted up down here, but did XP3 actually see the top of his head? I'm kind of surprised. He's going to fall back, so rightfully so. That was a little bit of a scary play at the beginning of the round. I mean, and that would have been a nice little find there for XP3 if he was able to take down Abe, but he's just going to push through the smoke, and he throws his life away. Flosic right behind there. It's a nice headshot from that Khalil, so he's going to net himself a little bit of money and pushing through the Hall's pit. That's the second time now on opposite sides of the map that he's pushed that Palace smoke and got himself a frag out of it. So that's a big find.
Mega Man appears to have a little bit of a spike in the internet.
Hello?
But either way, we're going to get right through it. Yeah, we can hear you. You were just roboting a bit. Don't worry, it happened to me last night, but either way, this A-hit is on. Flosic trying to grab the angle from Closet. Not finding anything so far. It's Professor Chaos and Jason R, who over here by ticket booth. They've got to hold this back as long as possible, and Mo's been dueling out up on catwalk. He's got one guy close to him, but Mo's at 2 HP. There's nothing he can do in this hit. It's got to be all these 2 rifles out by ticket booth. They're holding it back for now, but slowly and surely Winterfox is going to strangle in onto this defense. There's Mo responding from catwalk. They didn't clean him up, so now he's got a free shot, but XP3 grabs the angle into CT. No smoke needed if you have that up there, and Mo, he doesn't want to progress whatsoever. Knows there's not a big likely chance of them winning this round, so Professor Chaos, his only real option here is just to get away, and he is. He's going to smoke off the bomb site, salvage an AK-47, and run for his life.
Yeah, so again, that execution onto the 8 bomb site, a little too hot for 3-Sup to handle, and they're going to walk away with the AWP. Lex still needs to find a rifle of some sort, and there is one over by connector, but see if he can manage to finagle his way over there and pick it up. He gets a FAMAS. There was an AK actually down by connector, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to pick that up unless he hustles over towards connector. He's not going to go over there, so he's only going to have a FAMAS going into the next round, but the economy on the CT side is still relatively sound, so they are going to be able to drop some rifles. Jason R saving that, or pardon me, Professor Chaos saving that rifle from the last round is going to be pretty beneficial for him. He's got 5750, so rifles should be getting thrown all over the place right now. He's actually going to stay on a FAMAS this round. He actually, I think, dropped an M4 over to his teammate, so that's kind of or dropped the AK to Arya.
Good guy. Good guy. Mo's going to get aggressive on towards Catwalk with this AWP, and he's going to be able to grab an angle. No presence there from Winterfox quite yet. They do have one coming in underpass, and Mo, he doesn't want to sit out there too long, too far exposed to so many different angles, so he falls away just a little bit. Now he grabs it, and he's taking some fire. They know he's there, just jumping up and down. That's a dangerous game to play against Mo, so he's going to fall away. Both members survive. But full mid-control for Winterfox so far until Mo, he responds with a nice op shot. XP3 is down, and now Anger trying to return the kill. He's completely blind. That gives Mo the time he needs to rotate back. 3 members still playing over at this A bomb site, but a good advantage for 3-Sup in this round.
Yeah, nice mobility from Mo right there. Mobility. Anyway, he gets himself off the cat and repositions himself into the window room because I think he probably heard Anger actually pushing up there on Catwalk, but that's going to be him up into the ladder room, so this might actually be a B hit, and they're a little bit disjointed right now. Professor Chaos is going to be over here trying to hold down B by himself, so kind of a risky spot for him to be in. No backup anywhere close. Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. It's risky that they're all rotating away from the B bomb site when the hit is going to come in here. They had no intel that Anger was up in that room, or else they might have known, and he's going to be the one to come in and clear everything out. So now it's got to be a retake. Another misstep from 3-Sup. That's causing huge issues for him right now. They've got to retake this. They can't afford to just save it out.
Yeah, 4-on-4. I don't know. They're sort of gearing up here a little bit for some sort of a retake, but there you go. Anger's going to be able to find one. Oh, Pitt just annihilates both of them trying to push through the market window, and now it's going to be Mo over here in market all by himself. And Pitt again! He is just having himself a match.
Right, but that mistake's all caused by 3-Sup. When you have a man advantage like that in a 5-on-4, there's no reason to gamble over towards another bomb site. You know, B, just set up your default. Have 2 players over at B. You can't abandon a FAMAS like that all alone. If they had known that Anger had gotten into ladder room, if they had known that he had pushed up Catwalk, they would have for sure had 2 players there. But either way, in a 5-on-4, just play your standard defense. Don't try and gamble over towards A. So trying to be a little bit too cute was 3-Sup and read the situation a little bit better, and they get punished for it.
Now back onto the eco round is 3-Sup and Winterfox in the driver's seat right now. And you talked about this actually in the first half, as both teams have a relatively strong T side, and right now Winterfox is actually showing that. But this aggression from the CTs, 3-Sup pushing one into CT early in the round.
Yeah, and there's one kill from Pitt, just waiting for that push, and he finds it. So free kill goes his way. He does have one player coming from behind, and Jason R is going to drop Anger. Pitt's going to fall here. He has his knife out, and Abe gets a free kill again. So nicely done from 3-Sup so far. They've grabbed a couple off a nice shot, and basically just Pitt not being prepared to get flanked out. Good aggression down the A ramp early on, but once again, Professor Chaos, they're largely ignoring this B bomb site. He's the only defender here. Now he's going to get a rotation coming in. That's Jason R with that deagle again. Takes some shots, and Professor Chaos spots him jumping out. He gets that kill. Nice headshot onto Flow6, so a really good shot here in a 4-on-2 to win this eco, and that would be huge. That would be a massive loss for Winterfox.
Lex already out, but he's down to 37 because of Jason R's Desert Eagle that's done so much damage to him. He does manage to pick up that kill, but XP3 gets spotted up here in Halls, and now the support is in. Now the cavalry has arrived, and this flank from B Halls is going to net them at least one more kill. Lex has got to come up huge here, and he's got 3K so far, but he's down to 14, and 8 finishes it off. That is a huge round win for 3-Sup. Again, stealing another eco round away from Winterfox, and a round that they have no business winning. They had absolutely, what did they have, a Desert Eagle, a P250, and all standard pistols. That's nuts. No armor, no nades, no nothing.
Right, Winterfox, with the way this half is playing out, they're going to look at those 2 rounds if they don't end up winning this match and just be very, very upset that they blew 2 anti-ecos like that. Especially that one earlier in the half. The 3rd round was just a brutal loss to take. But this one was just, the timing of it is just poor. There's very small chance, very small window for them to recover from it. It's basically going to involve them winning this round. It has to happen. That's a good start. Flow6 takes down Abe, gets into a quick battle, and Abe commits to it. And there goes Mo. Anger drops him as well, so this defense 3-Sup, they had an opportunity given to them, but now they're just collapsing.
XP3 on Cat finds Professor Chaos, and it's going to be all Arya just ripped, and it's going to be Jason R now all by his lonesome, M4 in hand, trying to find something out of nothing. And all he's going to be able to find right now is Pit. He's getting chased out into the site. Flowsick right around the corner. He's going to spot him and actually hits the headshot. So a little bit of damage being done here from Jason R, but now he's in the hot seat. 19 HP. Anger coming on the flank from Terrace Spawn. He's going to peek out, and he's got an AWP, actually. This is a little bit scary. He's going for those jump blocks, and he just peeks him out, takes him down. 13-13 now as the trade of rounds goes out, and that does nothing for the economy of 3-sub.
Nothing good, at least. Mo's got 5,500, but they're going to save one more, so they're going to allow Winterfox. Well, I say allow, but they've won 2 eco rounds, basically 2 full ecos. So, let's not get ahead of ourselves. 3-sub has proven they can win those, but Winterfox has a great opportunity to get up towards 14 despite everything they've gone through in this half, despite losing those 2 eco rounds. So, they've got to stabilize right now. That was a good round to respond and force the save. 3-sub next round, they're going to have everything they could possibly want. Mo's going to be able to have an AWP. They'll have rifles outside of that as well.
And again, they're going for this apartment push. They've got one player down there on T-ramp. That's going to be Pit playing by his lonesome. Mid-control being executed here from the terrorist side. Bomb all the way back by T-spawn outside of the B halls. There's a 3-man stack from the CTs on B. So a lot of intel being gathered right now, but this is a sticky spot for Ari to be in. He might have gotten spotted there. Lex coming around from behind. He's just going to get the pincher. And there it is. Pit and Lex, they're privy to it. They take him down. And they're at least going to get that man advantage at the beginning of this round. Anger pushed up here. Mo is going to find him, so there's the early trade. And he might get another one here on Cat as XP3 is running with his pistol out. Picks up the AK-47. Might throw that over to Jason R, but he doesn't. He's just going to go for the wild peek in mid. And they've done so much damage to these guys in middle. Flowsick finishes off Jason R, but it's aimed to return. And they've got XP3 down to 24 health. Bomb is into the B bomb site, so they are going to at least get a plant out of this. But 2 AKs salvaged, a CZ in the hands of Professor Chaos. And he's got body armor to work with, too. So that rotation is going to come in. They are going to go for this because this is definitely winnable until now when Lex doubles them. So there's that.
Another scary situation, though. And I'm sure Professor Chaos, his only plan right now should be to go salvage, wait for the bomb to explode, blow those AK-47s back onto Catwalk, and just pick one up at the end of the round. Because you can see Arya's at $1,500. He's going to need a gun dropped over to him if he doesn't want to be stuck onto a FAMAS. But Professor Chaos, he hears him coming off Catwalk. Smart evacuation by Winterfox to secure the AK-47s, prevent them from being picked up, but they lose a player. Not a huge issue. As long as he doesn't bring back that AK-47, Arya's going to be on a very light buy in this round.
Yeah, you can see he already buys up the FAMAS. Mo's going to be right back on the AWP, and this is where 3-sub has to make a stand. They can't let Winterfox get any more ground right now because they'll be playing for overtime, and that's exactly the position that they were in the last time that these teams faced off on this map. I mean, you talked about it earlier, so it would be nuts to see this go into overtime once again, but a little bit of a different roster for both sides, I believe, into this matchup. So Mo with the AWP picking towards window. The smoke is going to come out. Actually, that smoke just did 4 damage to him. That's interesting.
He might have been trying to block it. I wasn't in his POV. He might have been trying to block it so it doesn't land into the window, but he's going to find a Pit, gets aggressive in a connector, finds Flowsick. He's able to fall back, flashes things out, but there's Pit from Halls. He peeks the opportune moment to just swing out, and no one's covering it from 3-sub. You know Mo's got to be angry about that one. Abe, though, when this smoke clears in connector, he's going to be fully exposed, so he's trying to figure out a new angle to play. And all of Winterfox is rotating back towards this A bomb site. They're about to crunch in, and Jason R has a bad read on the situation so far. A little bit wary from those late round B hits earlier in the half, and he's cheating his way that way. But Arya and Abe are going to be under a lot of pressure here.
Yes, they are, and you can see Arya, he's already fidgety underneath of the balcony. The smoke comes out onto the top side of balcony. He's going to get swarmed here in just a second, and his teammate isn't really going to have too much of a clairvoyant line of sight as he falls anyway, so it's all on Arya in a 1 versus a hell of a lot over there in that A-bomb site. Lex is going to capitalize on his lack of ability to get out of that spot, and Professor Chaos and Jason are already on the save. So this is a big round for Winterfox. They're going to be up on match point right now, and they could go 2-0 for the night.
In a really, really good spot to do it as well. That pick from Pit onto Mo is so incredibly crucial, and with Jason R cheating over towards the B bomb site, no eyes on connector, no eyes on mid, and Abe wasn't prepared for it. He's playing at the triple boxes, and he just overexposed himself. When he takes a fight, he's actually taking it from 2 different angles, and he's an easy takedown from there. So really nice hit onto that A site from Winterfox, slow playing it after getting the opening kill on the Mo. Now these last 2 members just have to save these guns. They're in good spots to do it, and they will hold on to them, but they're on map point. They've only got 2 rounds left.
And a broken economy to do it with. That's the biggest biggest thing in their way right now is that economy has just never been up on the 3-sub side. You saw him pick up the up a handful of times, but it's just been too little too late. He's going to be on a Mag 7 this time. They do manage to drop a FAMAS over, but not a lot of nades to work with. I mean, 2 players have at least a full nade kit here on the CT side, but I mean, that economy is just bolstered over here on the Terra side, so they're going to have their pick of whatever they want. And again, just not to harp on it or anything, but Pitt, 29 and 22 right now. He's just having himself a hell of a match, and make that 30 as he takes down Arya in the A bomb site, and that is a great find early on in this round.
Yeah, very crucial find to make, and just puts more pressure onto this defense. So Pitt from these halls has been an animal all match. You pointed out a number of times. He's at 30 and 22 right now. This has also allowed Flosick to get up into connector, and he's on the box. He's able to peer over the smoke towards the top of the stairs. So if Abe gets a little tricky and tries to move up and peer towards halls, he's just going to get picked off, but he's going to pop flash himself and not do anything with it. So he just tosses the flash, and now he spots one. As the smoke clears, he finds Flosick. Nicely done from him. Here comes the A-hit. Mo's going to be close up with a shotgun. He's got to come up huge. Gets that first kill. Keeps swinging wide. Takes a shot at the second one. Can't find the kill. Gets sprayed down. It's going to be a 3-on-2. Jason R and Professor Cass have to come up huge.
And that's a lot of damage that Mo was able to do at least, so he softened them up heavily for his teammate. But Jason R just took a boatload of damage. Double molly into the site, though. Lex is going to roast. He goes down, and a little bit of chip onto Pitt. It takes him down to 23 points of health, so relatively even across the board as far as HP is concerned. XP3 is going to have to be monstrous at the close out this round for Winterfox to take this, so they're going to go ahead and swing, and XP3 gets dinked instantaneously, so it's a 2v1. Jason R, what can he do? There's not a lot. One's going to swing. Can he find XP3 in time? He's going to take the fight, and he gets the kill, so he saves it with 4 HP, comes up with the quick double in the end, and it's 15-14.
That's
big.
insane. Yeah, XP3 tries to pre-fire, it looked like, and he gave up his position because he makes his presence known down in that A ramp, and then as soon as Pitt gets that kill, he transfers himself over to the mountain boxes. So he actually had a really, really good position to win that out because Jason R had no clue where he was. But just a couple of shots too quickly, too early on, and it reveals his spot, and Jason R just wins that clutch. So a nice 1-2 to win, a huge 1-2 to keep 3-sep in the game.
4 HP in the 2v1 clutch. That's absolutely monstrous for Jason R. And you got to think that kind of pumps his team up, too, because they're on the verge of defeat, and they steal the round away in a 2-versus-1 with no HP left. Now, don't get me wrong, both of the players on Winterfox are extremely low, and XP3 was probably just going, all right, I'll just trade for you if he fights you. But nevertheless, he ends up squandering it in the end. So big round there for 3-sup, and that could just shoot them right into overtime right here. So this would be massive if they're able to do this. But let's not take anything away from Winterfox because actually both teams have had an astonishing terrorist side. 9 rounds for both sides, at least on the terrorist side.
That's pretty much exactly what's happened in the first time I met when it went into overtime was just success on the T side. So both of these defense struggle a little bit. Pitt's going to be in some trouble here pretty soon. He's got 2 members pushing for him. Mo's going to lead the way with this M4. A nice pop flash completely blinds Pitt. So good start for 3-sep to force overtime. No movement on the other side of the map from Winterfox. Actually, they do take mid control though. Feeling comfortable with that, progressing up catwalk now. They have everything smoked off, and Anger's going to win that duel against Jason R. Just jumps out, grabs the ankle, so it's just Professor Chaos feeling lonely once again, as he had so much. That Molotov was a little late. His opponent actually runs right past it, but he gets that first kill.
Yeah, and that's big. That actually buys time for Mo to rotate. He's going to catch the side of Flosick, finds that frag as well, and knows that one more is on catwalk, one is in the site, so they at least know where both of the remaining terrorists are. But XP3 is going to be in a 1-versus-3. We're looking at overtime, and there it is. We're going into overtime, boys and girls. 3-sub Winterfox twice in overtime on Mirage.
That's insane. Just down the stretch, the economy situations could never... Neither team was very strong with their buys whatsoever. Some of those eco... That's the thing. This match could be over if Winterfox just doesn't lose 2 basically just full-blown ecos out of 3-sep. So nice terrorists have from both teams, but that's going to be the question in this overtime. It's going to be 3 rounds, 10k start money. Whose defense is going to stabilize? Because everyone's going to be able to afford the AWPs in this overtime.
Now, let me ask you this. How huge was Professor Chaos's play on that B-bomb site? Granted, they lost it a handful of times, but time and time again, it seemed like he was just unkillable over there at that B-bomb site for such a long time, buying his teammates so much time to rotate in and give him support, playing pretty much solo over at B the entire first half.
That first kill he got when he threw the Molotov out and repositioned, that was huge, because he didn't realize at the time that he had gotten past that Molotov. That very easily could have been a free kill for Winterfox, and That would have been a couple extra seconds they had to get the bomb planted before Mo was able to rotate over. But because he gets that kill and because he stays alive, you're exactly right. All the retates were able to come in. They're just able to clean up that attack. But, I mean, that's the thing, though. We hadn't seen that throughout the rest of the half. He was largely alone at that B bomb site. Winterfox mostly ignored coming through those B tunnels, choosing mostly to go up catwalk. So when there was no mid presence, ThreeSup just kind of always assumed that there wasn't going to be a B play. So they were leaning towards that A bomb site for those executes, and that's kind of how Winterfox was able to punish him a couple times.
So again, we're going to be right back into overtime here, guys. It's going to be a fantastic match that we're seeing right now.
Robot.
Is it better now? I don't know. Moses, you were kind of a robot for me, too.
Just chill for a little bit. We are going to go live into this overtime. Like I said, $10,000 star money, 3 rounds per half. So 3 rounds on CT, 3 rounds on the terrorist side. And you do see Mo picking up that AWP into this round. Now, couple things you'll notice out of his buy. He's got no head armor, and he only has a nade and a flashbang, so he's buying a little bit less than is possible just so he can stabilize. If they happen to lose this round, he'll be able to get another op and a solid buy with it in the next round. This is going to be some aggressive mid-play out of ThreeSup. Mo is grabbing the angle to support him. That smoke is going to block his vision. But Professor Cast pounces. XP3's not ready for it. A nice flashbang finds the second player of Winterfox, and he's forced down the ramp. Anger gets a kill, though. Mo also chimes in on a pit, which is a really, really good find since he's been such an animal in this match. And the bomb is actually left in the T-spawn, so no committal onto a bomb site can happen yet for Winterfox. I'm not sure if they realize it quite yet. Lex is going to have to salvage that, sir. Angler's all alone. He's getting pushed over on catwalk, and he just gets eliminated. Mo falls, but it's a 1-on-2 for Lex, and he's in T-spawn with the bomb.
Yeah, and again, just back and forth in this round. That was an insane shot that Anger hit at the top side of mid, too. He just one-tapped that player. But it's going to be Lex versus 2. Aria and Jason are trying to hang on for dear life. But Lex, over here in the A bomb site, he's got the bomb on his back, too. So he could potentially at least get a plant here and keep his team on the high as far as money is concerned through overtime. But, of course, he has no idea that there's 2 players that are overwatching mid. So he's going all the way into CT spawn to try to work his way back around in this situation. But clearing all of his angles out. Jason R still aggressive over by Chair in the top side of mid. He's got a teammate all the way down by underpass, just waiting for that push to come out. And they're just going to give him the A bomb site and go for this retake. And Lex is going to have to come up absolutely massive right now. He's got time to get himself into a decent position. Aria coming up from the connector. I don't think he got spotted, so Lex is going to be able to work all the way back into CT spawn, maybe go all the way around through connector, but he's just going to bide his time. He's got a Molotov as well that he can drop on the bomb if he so desires, but there's the smoke for the defuse. Jason R takes the peek, and he wins the fight. Lex down and out, and that's going to be another round on the board for ThreeSup, and that's huge because they were so unable to win rounds in the first half. They only got 6 in that second half of regulation, so picking up the first round of the OT is massive.
Alrighty. Corey, can you hear me? I don't think Corey can hear me anymore. Alright, so Corey's going to try and fix a couple things, but here we are. Mo's going to have this AWP. He's brought it over towards the B bomb site. It was a little bit of a change. Taking some shots, but they're going to force him back, and Flowsick aggressively up catwalk. Mo's got a big job to do, but he can't do it. He only grabs 1 before being traded off. 2 entries by Flowsick, and the rotations come in, but they might just be too late. Aria's invested into an auto sniper, so it would be very detrimental if he loses this gun. But he does do some damage, and he's just got to fall away now, because Abe on the rotate has been brought down severely low. He's bleeding internally, and they've just got to fall off this retake. So these 2 members are going to be forced back into a safe situation. And Arya is just going to hang on to that inside connector while Abe, he's patrolling the mid, but they are being chased out because that auto sniper would be a huge find. And actually Arya, he has nowhere to go now. They know exactly where he is. He's got to kill everyone, but he can't do it. Pitt finds that kill. Just going to be Abe heading all the way back, able to save that M4. There's going to be plenty of money in the next round to buy up their weaponry based off how they bought, throughout this half, but that's a good win from Winterfox. Now 1-1 in this overtime going into the 3rd round.
Okay, hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but your mic sounds awful.
Solid.
This time, much as we've seen all half, it's going to be Pitt moving up into the apartment. He's going to he's just going to lurk this one out. Mo's here with the angle. That could be really scary. It's going to be aggression down A-ramp, and the bomb is isolated here for Winterfox. Lex has got to be careful. Grabs the first one, but he falls immediately after. Mo also picks up Pitt in the hall, so this is looking like a really good 3-step round, but Mo not prepared for them to be up connector so quickly. One more goes his way, and Arya's going to be aggressive behind this smoke at A-ramp. They're spamming through it, not able to connect on him. He finds another one. Now he's going to have to fall back, just stay alive as long as possible. His teammates are coming into play. Jason R is at the ticket booth, able to cover from him, and Winterfox is split up. One pushing towards halls and T-spawn, and it's Anger who's on top of the stairs. He finds that kill, so Winterfox has brought this now into a 2-on-2, which is absolutely massive for him so far. They do recover the bomb as well. They have 45 seconds. They can go back to the B bomb site if they'd like. And 3-step knows this is a possibility. Professor Chaos looks like he wants to start inching back that way, but Anger is still keeping up a distraction. This is a very risky play. Anger has to stay alive as long as possible, and he's stuck in the open right now. No concept of where they are, but 3-step is being so passive, they don't have any information whatsoever. This is basically going to be a free bomb plant for Flosic if he hurries things up, but he's just going to stall out. He's going to hide himself in the halls, and now they know Anger's here. They know exactly where he is. Oh, he gets a kill anyways. Beautifully done. But Jason R, he's got a long rotate to make over towards that B bomb site once this gets planted. That's going to chew a lot of time off the clock, gives a lot of opportunity for Flosic to find post-plant position, which he's going to grab into these A halls. And now this is a very dire situation for Jason R. He's got a nade and a flashbang. He doesn't have a smoke to block off the bomb to cover his defuse, and he's got to find Flosic. He's going to clear everything. He's here, but he's going to tap the bomb, see if he can lure him out of... There's a Molotov. That just seals the deal, and Flosic, with that headshot, ends it. So nice 2-1. So that's going to be 2-1 now in the overtime for Winterfox. Nice clutch by Flosic to give him that advantage, and that was the T side though. Both teams had so much success on their T side. 3-step, they got 9 rounds on their regulation as well. So neither team really slouches on the offense. It's the defense that's got to be shored up, and it's the opportunity for Winterfox here to take one away, despite losing those critical eco rounds in the second half. They can come away with the win here, go 2-0 on the night, and that would be huge for them, despite all the adversity they've had with their pings. The answer is once again going to come back. How effective is Mo's op going to be in this half? We saw it start out very, very slow in the first half, and then towards the end of regulation on his T side, it picked up, and it was just a dominant force rolling throughout this server. So he's going to have to come out really, really strong. Once again, a very limited buy from, although he does have head armor going up against the M4s. It's XP3 on the CT side with his own op, and they're pretty much all full bought out. Kits galore on the Winterfox side. Full nades as well, and it's 4 members of 3-step just setting up for an A-take. No presence whatsoever from 3-step across the map. So Winterfox is going to have a good idea. They go back to that standard mid-control, Pit and Connector, Lex in the window. It's only XP3 playing at the ticket booth with this AWP. He's playing very, very far back. He sees the smokes coming. He's going to throw a flashbang, but he's got to survive as long as possible. He jumps on top of the phone booth. He says, screw it, I'm going to be aggressive, try and find a kill, but he falls away as he gets blind. But still, he's got to try and find something because Pitt is taking a lot of damage from halls. No kills going out either way. This is looking like a very difficult retake, although the bomb hasn't been planted yet. It's stuck over on mountain boxes. This is buying time. All the meanwhile, Professor Chaos coming up underpass. He's going to have a good flight going on. He has to have an impact into this round. Pitt, he's wary. He's aware of it, but he gets taken out anyways. Looks away at the wrong moment. Still no bomb plant. No nades left on the side of 3-step. No smoke, so that gives XP3 the opportunity with this AWP to wreak havoc. And it's a very tough spot for 3-step as this round winds down. They can't be aggressive anywhere. This AWP is now in position, and Anger's going to try and rotate and watch the flank come through jungle to support, but nothing going 3 steps away until Professor Chaos. That's a really nice peek, but there's Anger on the flank from jungle. He finds Abe, and now Lex. He's going to take the opportunity to get aggressive. Spots him out, takes the battle, and he's going to win it. So Winterfox on match point now with 2 in the second half of overtime. Muted on mobile. Alrighty. So Corey's still working on his microphone situation. But this is the round. 3-step now has to win 2 straight to force it into a double overtime. Winterfox still putting a lot of priority onto this Oh, he gets taken out. He jumps up on a catwalk, and Arya's going to take him out. This mid-control backfires a little bit this round. Now Pitt's got to run away very quickly. Doesn't take any damage. But 3-Sup, 4 members now at the base of Connector, peering up towards catwalk. That's where Anger is, and Anger's going to try and hold the line. A lot of Molotovs stream out. He hasn't taken any damage quite yet. It looks like they might have spotted him, but they're trying to boost up, but there's Anger. He finds an edge of the smoke. XB3 also grabs one over towards a ramp, so this defense holding strong. A very tough situation for 3-Sup moving forward. And Anger, he's still toying with him. Throws a Molotov underneath the window to prevent any kind of a boost play. And they've got all of these 3-Sup members just locked in. Anger still being a force to reckon with in this ladder room, but he's getting to long-range battle. Professor Chaos commits to it. He falls at the end. Now it's Lex's turn to rotate over. The bomb is down, and there's 2 members of 3-Sup left, but they're split. They can't help each other. So it's got to be Jason R. and Professor Chaos to do some kind of work into this round. That Op's going to take a shot. XP3 misses, but he's going to play very passively. But Lex has dropped out of the window room. Now he's in mid. He's circling around Professor Chaos. It's all going to be, does he check it? He's being very, very loud, and Lex pounces at the right moment to get that kill. All on Jason R in a 1-on-3, and he can't find it, so that's going to be a second win of the evening for Winterfox as they go 2-0. And with that, we are going to go to a quick break without any kind of post-game, so we can let Mega Man try and help him fix his mic for the next game, which is going to be coming up very, very shortly. And we will be right back after this very quickly. Stick around.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Intel Extreme Masters. Delta touch the babysitting against it. Oh, it's beautiful. Exists. 2 kills could never be so important. Gonna go for it behind the fountain. Kerrigan's gonna charge him down. He's gonna miss quite a few pistol shots. Kenny F, what a kill! And then he gets the second! Kenny F punches around!